Lights turned on. Alright. Testing 1 2 1 2. Hello, good afternoon to you all, wherever you may be. All right, good afternoon to you all. Welcome to lock number 7 here of the Welland Canal. Slight change of plan. Meant to be 2 Algomas. Just creeping in behind me is Algoma Buffalo, but unfortunately Algoma Sault is like an hour behind it. But not to worry, I do have another vessel for you right now. Who doesn't love a good barge and a tugboat? Because I got one for you right now. Enjoy this one. We'll look at this as we wait for Buffalo to creep in. So this is the St. Mary's Cement 2 being pushed by the tugboat behind. And Algoma is just waiting on the wall down there. It's just crept right in. Oh, better. So what you're looking at right now is lock number 7, and St. Mary's Cement has just cleared the lock, so it's going to start widening up very shortly. Oh, I smell the fumes. Now, what I'm looking forward to here is Buffalo coming out, because we're going to get a nice shot, really close-up shot of the bow and then the stern, which is sunlit. So the sun is shining on the back of the vessel, so it's going to look cool as we watch it being pushed as it pushes itself into the lock. So this should make for a good live viewing. But while we wait, we'll get to watch St. Mary's Cement come on out. Is it Sea Dog that's behind this? I'm trying to think. I think it's Sea Dog. Now, I kind of rushed up here because it looked like it's quite far back, Buffalo. So I went and just did some filming down at lock number 4, and I got the BBC Houston coming out of lock 4 and going over underneath the Glendale Bridge. So that'll be a nice video for you to look out for in a couple of days. Right, I'll let you listen to this one.
camera.
Thank you. You're in disguise. The Orange Man.
Thank you.
Have a good day, mate.
You gonna post that one?
Yeah, yeah. It's a live stream right now. Show you how close you can really get, look. Just insane. It's like the beginnings of a horror movie if you look down there. Sea Eagle, that was it. Look at that. Hi Logan, nice to have you on board. Right, there you have it. Sea Eagle is pushing St Mary's to the cement barge, making its way down to Port Coburn. This is lock 7, so it's got quite a bit of a stretch to go now until it gets to lock number 8. And just waiting behind it, now slowly creeping up, is what I'm here for, the Algoma Buffalo. And that'll be making its way up here momentarily. So enjoy the Algoma Buffalo. Now what you can see right now is a very heavy looking, fully loaded Algoma Buffalo. One of the very hard-working vessels of the Great Lakes. Proper workhorse. Hence why, one of the reasons why she looks the way she does. Oh, you can see they got the spray on the hull going there, the hoses. That's to prevent the hogging, which is... it keeps the, well, apart from keeping dust down, it also keeps the metal cool and stops it from expanding and bending and buckling. So we'll get a close look at that shortly because it's creeping up to us ever so slowly. But what I am concerned about is it going to come through the lock? Because I just noticed you have a crew member walking on the side there. Oh, someone's being winched off, you see that? Maybe it's just a change of crew. Because they do change crew in places. I don't know if you can just see that. The winchman has someone's just being winched off at the very front there at the bow. On the starboard side, which is the bit closest to land. So it may just be a simple thing of crew coming in, because it is scheduling that it was showing that its vessel was due to come through the lock in about 10 minutes. Well, 10 minutes ago. So I can't see it waiting around here. I imagine it just being someone jumping on, jumping off. We'll soon find out. You can see the wash at the back of the vessel right now, so they're powering away. Oh no, he's pulling the lines. Oh, I don't like this. I want to do a live stream. That's the problem when you do shipping. Things can change in an instant. All right, we'll give it a few minutes anyway. But it looks like they're just tying up briefly. I know there's quite a few pleasure craft further down the lock, but then again, lock 7 is completely open right now. The gates are open. So maybe it's just a very short stop here. Good afternoon, Will. All is well today. It's a beautiful day. Can't complain today. It's not too hot. Sunny. Low humidity. Nice and warm. Yeah, it looks like he's pulling out the lines here to moor up, tie up. You see that? I don't have my scanner on me today, so I don't know what's going on. What I might do, I could walk down there a little bit. I do have access to a Facebook Messenger, so if you see if there's any messages in there. Ah, this is disappointing, isn't it? All right, we'll give it a bit of time. Could just be a short stop. See if I can just access the schedule quickly while I'm waiting. Algoma Buffalo. Still shows there it's coming through. Algoma Buffalo, 1554. It's scheduled to come down. And like I said, the lock is open, so they got an hour before the next upbound comes through the lock. And at this rate, Algoma Sault will catch up with it. As long as my phone doesn't overheat, we'll keep going a little bit. Alright, trying to figure out what they got going on down there. What I could do is walk you down there. We've got nothing else to do. I think this is just a change of crew. We'll soon see. We'll give it a few minutes, see what happens. Lock 7 is still wide open. The gates are open. They got a big ladder up by the looks of it. Right. I don't have very binoculars, but I'm looking at the bridge. And there's quite a bit of activity going out there. I see quite a bit of movement. I know sometimes they do change over some of these vessels here because there's a parking lot just over here for the Seaway. But then again, I think they'll probably change over at Lock 7, but maybe they can do it here too. I don't know. And the guy on the dock, on the quay, he's just standing around. So this looks like a moment, just a brief stop. Looks like they're just waiting for something, and they're going to be going. Now, when I set this live stream up like 2.5 hours ago, 3 hours ago, when I programmed it in, Algoma Sault and the Buffalo was scheduled just minutes apart to come through Lock 7. And of course, by the time I got here, Algoma Buffalo was pretty much here, and Sault was still down in Port Coburn. So that isn't going to be happening right now. But the longer we wait here, Algoma Sault will be catching up. Now, if you're watching the edited version of this later on, the non-live version, I'll edit the big wait out, and we'll go straight to the vessel coming through. So over the last few years, I've realized ship watching requires a lot of patience. Unlike when I used to do my plane spotting, you had to be quick on the go. Cameras ready, and you had to roll fast and run and travel from runway to runway as quick as you could to get the shot. This is definitely more laid back, but you need some patience. It's slow, it's quiet at times. And unexpected things like this just happen. I always wonder if anyone on the Algoma's watching. You never know. I don't know if Tim's on this one. Tim just has some time off, so I don't know if Captain Tim's on this. I don't know how much time he had off. I know he went off a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if he's back. Maybe if he's on, he's watching this. Might just give us a little toot of the horn. Who knows? But we're going to give this a good 15 minutes. See what happens. I do believe, I have a really good strong feeling she's going to come through here shortly. There's a guy still on the quay side there, on the dock side. I can see his yellow hat. He's just standing in the bushes a little bit there. So he's waiting. Now I may as well just tell you a few other things while I'm here then. So just made a video on BBC Houston, which just came through the canal. I've been waiting for a few days to catch this, but it got anchored up outside Port Comer for a few days. And I managed to run down and get it just before I came here, as it was leaving lock number 4. So we got some nice footage of that coming out of 4 and going onto the Glendale Bridge. So I'll post that in the coming days. Also got a video of the vessel Torrent, which I got last week. I think I have another one still to be edited. I can't remember what it is though. And then tomorrow, I'm off down to Port Dover. I'm riding Sea-Doo down there for the day with a group of people. But the good thing about being in Port Dover is I'm launching right next to Nanticoke. So if anything big comes along tomorrow, I'll have the camera ready and get some footage and hopefully catch a 1,000-footer heading into Nanticoke. But then again, it's all a matter, it's like a lottery. Whatever comes up, so we'll see. Alright, someone else walking along the dock there, on the wall. What's he gonna do? Is he gonna climb the ladder? Oh no, he's walked away. Like, I ain't climbing that. You can winch me back up. Okay, the phone's not too hot, that's good. Alright, hopefully the image won't move too much. It's a little breezy here, and I've zoomed in a bit. That's why you're picking up the little wobble every now and then. Well, I might have to go and put this in the shade in a minute. Whew, cool it off. Fact. Let's just go and stand in the shade a bit before I get burnt to death. Get the sun off the camera, cool it down. There we go. Now I'm in the shade. Oh, that's not a good sign. I can hear the buzzer of the lock gate doors closing. Yep, the lock gates are now closing on lock 7. So, and the boom's coming down. Is that a pleasure craft? Are we waiting for a pleasure craft coming up? Is that what it is? Shut itself off. Oh, I see electricity poles. Give me a second.
I know what it is.
I can hear it. So much interference.
I can hear it. So much interference.
So I went to go in the shade, and you heard all that static. Now I have the same problem if I go too close to Loch 7 itself. But I want to walk up there because nothing's happening here. I want to see if I can see what that boat is that's being towed up here. So we can go up to the road and have a look and keep the live stream going. With the Rode microphones. I did read that. Well, this is disappointing having to wait. The stream's still strong. Yeah, that interference again. Alright, if I don't hear any noises for interference up here at Loch 7, I'll leave the camera here and we'll get a look right down into the loch. There's no one here. interference. Yep, there's interference here. It's weird. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there seems to be a problem here at Lock 7, interference. I had this problem a few months ago when I first did a live stream here. When you get close to the fence, there's a load of signals there, you can hear that beeping sound, weird sound on the microphone. So, I can still hear it again. Alright, I'm going to move back down to the canal again because this is ridiculous. The lock gates are opening, so that tugboat's going to be coming through shortly. The gates are just open, so should be able to see the tug come through shortly. It won't take long, 20 minutes probably for it to come in and get up to the top. So in the meantime, we'll go back down to where Algoma is. Yeah, too much interference. Fucking hate scooters. I fucking hate scooters. You've got fucking sat nav. With these fucking band all of them. Of trails. I have no idea what that noise is. Wind died up completely. One, two, one. George, no, it didn't. I was saying earlier on, when I set this live stream up a couple of hours ago, both vessels were scheduled to come through Lock 7 minutes apart. By the time I got up here, that had changed quite drastically. So as Algoma Buffalo got here, Sue was just leaving Port Coburn. But at this rate, it will be catching up. Alright, I don't hear as much feedback now. Hopefully this will stay better. So you just joined us, hello, welcome. We're at lock number 7. Oh, looking for that one. Alright, lock number 7, Welland Canal. Algoma Buffalo, which is what we're looking at right now, should have gone through here 45-50 minutes ago, and it tied up. And I've just realised what it is. There's a tugboat, 2 tugboats coming in, and they're towing an old vessel, a really old personal boat. It's quite big, mind you, the personal boat. And I remember seeing this boat in Port Coburn. I believe it was last year, or it could have been the year before. And it's old, and it got refused. I think it wasn't allowed to go through the Welland Canal because it failed inspection. So it got held in Port Coburn for quite some time. And eventually, it did make it out. Well, it's not making its way back, it's now being towed. So we'll see this vessel. It's just coming into lock 7 now as I speak. So once it's in, the water will fill up the chamber and we'll see it come out. And then once it's gone past us, Buffalo will go past us going in the other way. Yeah, I don't know if TJ's on, George. I bumped into him on the water, 3 weekends ago, I think it was. And I believe straight after that he went on vacation. He had time off, so I don't know how long he's off for. Could be back, all I know. He could be watching this and going, oh God, there he is again, watching my boat. Like a stalker. My original plan was to get CSL Niagara, but that got held up as well. Because I've got Buffalo a couple of times recently, I thought this was probably the best option for a live stream, and I'll film the others. That breeze is nice when it comes. Oh, here we go. Bit of action. Kind of. See the arm going down on the lock? Just there. There you go. So that means the tugboats are now in the canal. And it's just a matter of raising them and exiting them. So we should start seeing a lot of movement in about 10 minutes' time. It takes about 9 minutes for the chamber to fill up, for the lock. And then at least by that time, once we see it raise up, we'll be able to see the vessels. And they'll come past us. It's actually pretty cool. I actually got some footage of these earlier on when I was down waiting for the BBC Houston. And there are 2 tugboats with a really old boat. And I still can't remember the name of that boat to save my life. Oh man, I just remember it being, is it Tim? Something Tim? It's like a 1960s style boat. Someone lives on it anyway. That's right, we've still got 50% of the power pack left, so we've got plenty of battery, I've got plenty of data. The only thing I'm missing is a drink and sunscreen. These tugboats make quite a bit of noise when they come past, so the microphone will pick that up, that'd be nice. I think what we'll see shortly, once we see the vessels getting close to coming out of Lock 7, I think we'll see Buffalo creeping along the wall. Alright, I think I'm starting to see the top of something. Yep, looks like I'm starting to see the top of one of the tugs. Of course, the wind's blowing now. I've decided live streams are very tedious and very time consuming. Oh, it's killing me. I'll go on. I'm just observing something here. This is odd. Let me have a look. There. There's a life ring there, in case someone falls in the water. But behind me, which is a public path, I don't see one anywhere. So you're, pardon the phrase, shit out of luck. If you fall in here, or someone might have to swim over to the other side and pull that one off the thing and then throw it into you afterwards. I can hear the engines, the whatever it is. I can hear something on Buffalo down here. I can't believe how slow this is today. This is unreal. Torture. No, I thought I saw somebody in Lock 7, but I guess I didn't. The doors, the gates are closed. and it usually only takes 9 minutes for it to raise up. So I don't know what the delay is. I can't see that far, but I don't see a thing appearing yet out of the lock or being raised. Bizarre. All right, let me tell you about next weekend. It is Canal Days in Port Coburn, if you're interested. A 3-day event, downtown Port Coburn, on the canal side, right by the water, where you get to see all the boats, the ships. There's some, I think there's going to be a couple of tall ships there. A lot of bands and things like that. It goes on right through the evening. So if you're not doing anything next weekend, Port Coburn, northeast shoreline of Lake Erie is the place to be. I will be down there at some point over the weekend, depending on the weather. It'll depend whether I'm on the sea-doo or on land, and I may do a live stream from downtown, well, from the canal side when it's busy. But the only problem I may run into, I have to check the signal strength, is everyone else might eat the bandwidth up, and that might screw me out of doing a live stream. But we'll play it by ear. But that is next weekend, Canal Days in Port Coburn. All right, I do see something in the lock now. I can see a flag flapping beyond the gate. So that must be the top of the tugboat coming up, I guess. Okay, I've lost it now. Ooh, my eyes are going all funny. No, I see it again. I do see something. Yep, I see a reflection now. Spin you around. All right, I definitely see something coming up at Lock 7 now. All right. Lock 7. Somewhere in there is a tugboat coming up. Oh yeah, starting to see it clearly now. Oh yeah, that's clear. All right, finally, showtime is coming. Looks like we're going to see some action here in about 5 minutes. Well, we're starting to see the captain's area exit the windows. I tell you, I still can't remember the name of this vessel that's coming through. I know the name of the tugs, Jared and Seahound, but I'm trying to think of the name of the boat they're towing. And it is a boat I remember seeing last year or the year before in Port Coburn. And as I said, it got stuck there. It was refused entry into the canal because it failed inspection. And eventually they fixed a few things up to make it safe. And it's the same. So it's coming back again. And someone lives on it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Final. No, fine.
You can see this on camera. Bit too pixelated if I zoom in too much. So what you're seeing right now is the bridge of the one they're towing. And now you can just about work out the tugboat in front of it. A bit of a bluey green touch to it. The vessel behind you is like a cream, white and brown. Two or three more minutes and it should be at the full level. No, it came in. George, I actually ran down there, would have been like 2 hours ago. I got it coming out of lock number 4 and going under the Glendale Bridge. It came through really early this morning through Port Coburn. I got fed up of waiting for it. If it was still there today, I was going to go out on the Sea-Doo and go around it, but I finally caught it I finally got a BBC vessel in a different location, and I got the drone up as well, because it wasn't over. I wasn't by a lock or anything like that. I flew the drone over the town, a bit more like the city land, and over the pathway. So I didn't actually put the drone over the water or anything like that. So yeah, so there's no drone zone over the locks now. You can't fly a drone anywhere near the infrastructure of the locks. So there's no signs where I was, but I did just fly it just to the side of the canal for safety reasons, and so they don't come after me. But I've got some nice footage anyway of the Houston. Alright, here's that weird looking old thing. Those lock gates are going to open in a minute. And we'll get a good look at this as it comes by. I wonder if she's going to marine recycling to be scrapped, or could it be going somewhere to be repaired? I have no idea. But we'll get the name of it very shortly because we'll be able to see it. No, it's not a ferry. As I said, I've seen this boat before. When I was filming down at Lock, just about the Glendale Bridge, as soon as it came up, I'd seen that boat before, and I believe it's the boat I did see in Port Coburn, not so about a year or two ago. And someone was living on it, because when I saw it last, it had bicycles on it, propane tanks, like camping gear. There's loads of stuff inside. You can see inside where people were living. All right, here we go. You get to have a good look at it now. This has been a very slow and painful 90 minutes so far. Could be worse, could be snowing. I see the tug trying to pull away from the wall there. It's kind of like trying to push to the starboard because he's trying to bring it over to our way, over this way. And he'll come right across the wall where we're actually sitting, actually. And they'll come right by us. And once it's past us, the fingers crossed, Algoma's going to go by. They haven't released the lines yet, but I'm sure once it gets a bit closer, they will do. Right, it's cleared the lock, but the tugboat at the back hasn't cleared the lock yet. It's just the last bit of it's still in there. There's a guy, a crew member on the Algoma climbing down the ladder right now. Sorry for making you a bit yucky. So they must be getting ready to untie. He just climbed down the ladder. I think they're going to get ready to go shortly. Nice breeze blowing here. One of the very few places along the Welland Canal where you can actually come and sit with unobstructed views. There's no fence in here. Some kind of agreement they had with the city, the town, when they put all this fencing up due to the Marine Act. At the end of the day, I mean, as long as they're protecting the infrastructure of the locks, a lot more of this waterway. I mean, they survived nearly a century of it being open. All right, from this angle, it looks like something out of Jaws, this vessel. So the wind is coming from behind them. So they're struggling, right? I won't say they're struggling, but they're having to just maneuver a little bit because that wind's probably catching it. Still Watch, that was the name, Still Watch. Definitely the boat I saw in Port Coleman actually last year or the year before, when I got held up. Getting held together right there. So this is the old thing. Look at the state of it. Oh, it's definitely seen better days. It's got a generator on it though, at the top. That generator's probably worth more than the scrap right now. Crew members keeping a close eye on the lines there. McKeel tows Jarrett and Seahound. I have to go home and find out a bit more about this vessel. See what's going to happen to it. So anyway, we must be ready for showtime now. Finally, like 90 minutes after its scheduled slot in the lock, Algoma Buffalo should start moving up here. This is going to be a big edit. Ladder's still down though. No idea Tim's on this. He was on break last couple of weeks, so I don't know if he's back or not. The only way I'm going to find out is if he comes by and says hello. Now, I don't know why they're not leaving just yet. They're being held up even more now. So at this rate, the other Algoma is going to be here soon. I usually have this app running on top of everything else, but for some reason, when I went into marine traffic, it shut it down, which is annoying. So I don't know if it's still proper connected or not. Oh yeah, we're back. So I think we're going to see Algoma Sault come by. I think that's going to come past us first. You best hurry up because I got a lot to do this evening. I got to pack up because I'm out first thing in the morning on the road. I got to load up the Sea-Doo. I got a ride to do tomorrow with a group of people. I need to get prepared. I got nothing ready. Need to go to the grocery store, get some snacks as well. I guess in about 5 minutes we'll probably see Algoma Sault come around the corner. Now the good thing about this time, we're closing down. Oh, totally is, Dave. Definitely a wheel of frustration. I don't know why it shut down that time. I just looked and it was gone. I'm going to close all those other apps down. Okay, I got no other apps running right now. Alright, no other apps are running in the background. This has been a really long wait. As I was saying before it crashed, I thought to myself, you know, live stream, I'll do some live streams. They've got to be easier, less time consuming than doing filming and editing. But it's not true. Filming and then editing is far less frustrating. Totally is. All right, action over here at the Algoma Buffalo. What's he doing? Let me see. Oh, don't want that. Is he going to take the line off? He's walking up to it. All right, they are taking the line off, and they're getting. Yep, the line is off. Buffalo is going to be moving momentarily. So you just joined us. We're down here at lock number 7, Thorold, of the Welland Canal. It's part of St. Catherine's. We're just waiting for the Algoma Buffalo, which has been here for well over an hour, so it's been delayed. The guy's just climbing the ladder right now, the crew member, and then they'll hoist that ladder up, thrusters on, I'd imagine, and pull away from the wall and line up for the lock. Finally. Let's just start spraying me before I start hogging. The sun's quite warm on my back. Thankfully the breeze is cooling me down. No movement yet. Okay. I think it's going backwards ever so slowly. It's either that or it's an illusion. No, that's an illusion. Got a bit of smoke coming from the stack, so here we go. Yeah, at this rate, the Algoma Sault is going to be right on the heels. Still no movement yet. Yeah, she's moving. She's creeping forward. I got my eyes fixed on one of the tire poles there. And it's just disappeared. So it is moving. She's creeping forward. I mean, at this rate, by the time she's fully in lock 7 and the gates closed behind her, Sue's probably going to be right in that position right there. Very slow. I can see the water bubbling there on the port side. Bow thrusters being used. Gotta get off that wall. Sailing into the wind, you can probably see by the ripples of the water. What's everyone having for the tea tonight? When I say tea, I mean your dinner. Just pass a bit of time away as it creeps up. I should have been home by now having my dinner. Getting closer. So, one of my subscribers asked me to lay off the rust comments on this vessel, so I've not mentioned it yet in the 2 hours I've been here. So it's the first time I said the R word about this ship, and I'll try not to say anything else about it, because this really is just a workhorse, hence why it looks the way it does, because it doesn't really stop to get much done. It's just always working, whether it's moving salt from Goderich, coal from Duluth, limestone. It's just a busy working ship. Creeping closer towards us. Start hearing it shortly. Once it gets really close to us, I'll shut up. My wife might actually be watching this, wondering where I am, so she'll probably just put the TV on and use your logs right onto my channel anyway. Is there restrictions on the canal when they can't actually sound the horn? Or is it at captain's discretion if they want to do a salute to someone? Just curious. Because they're not passing anyone, I'm just wondering whether they could actually... Mind you, I have seen people at Port Coburn signal to the bridge, and they usually sound the horn to make the kids happy. It's like the vibration of the ship is actually making it's like the water's dancing with the ripples. It's like the vibration's causing it. There's a whirlpool there as well. If I see the Algoma Sault, once this is in Lock 7, I'll stay for it. I don't mind waiting for 20 minutes, but we'll see. Look at that colour. Now, as the ship pushes forward, pushes all the water that's ahead of it, it gets funneled down towards us. You can see the speed of the. That's not just the wind causing that. That's actually the current of the ship pushing the water upwards, and it comes back around this way. Moves quite fast. Who's on the bridge, I wonder? Looked like him briefly. I don't know who that was. Love the back end. Stern wash, prop wash. The Algoma Buffalo, a River Max vessel designed to maneuver around some of the narrow rivers we have around the Great Lakes. Gets into some of the ports where the Seaway Maxes can't get into. The custom Algoma. Hey, you said it, not me. I'm not allowed to refer to that issue on this video. Though I do like that look, mind you. Yeah, it's a great shot from here, and the connection's good right now. Sadly, if I walked up to the lock, there's a lot of interference there due to the telecommunications mast and a few other things. So when I get close, you get this horrible clicking and weird sound, which is really annoying. Apparently, I believe it's just on the Rode microphone. So what I might do on my next live stream, I do have another shotgun mic I might try, which is powered, phantom power one. So it might not give me that feedback. Using a bit more power to push yourself into the lock right now. Alright, what I will do is walk towards it, because I've got to head back that way. So we can get a good look at it close up in a minute. Just give me a second while I try and head up that way. I still don't see the Algoma Sault in my vision. I'm down in Nanticoke tomorrow, so hopefully I might catch something down there. Hang on. It's better if I carry it this way. Alright, that is it for this particular live stream. It took longer than what I anticipated, but we got there in the end. The Algoma Buffalo in lock number 7, making our way down to Hamilton. Alright, till the next one. Take care, see you all soon. Thanks for hanging around, and sorry about the wait.